Well, Coach, it seems as usual, a lot of girls out for Sauk Centre volleyball. What is the breakdown of the grades now for this year?
Well, the top two grades are probably the biggest two that you pay a lot of attention to, and we have 6 seniors. We have 14 juniors, so that certainly adds a lot of depth. And then I also think that I think we got around that 12 for sophomores, and that sophomore class is a tremendous class. I think there's a lot of very, very good athletes in that class. So we're deep, Mark. I kind of say that every year that that we have a lot of options, and we do again this year. There's a lot of girls, and they've worked very hard over the summertime. So,
as you anticipate then what this team is going to be like, what do you see as some of the strengths for this year's team?
I think probably the number one thing, we're a little taller maybe than we have been in the past because. Again, I think certainly from our sophomore class or sophomore, and then we get a couple freshmen too that are pretty tall. But I think probably the number one thing is our athleticism. I think that again is probably a strength of ours that we are athletic. We're not real tall. We do have some tall. We have some options, but we're very, very athletic. And I think again with that, I always stress don't let the ball fall on the floor on our side. And we've got a lot of girls that are capable of helping us, so that doesn't happen. So
as you go through the seniors and the names of the players, what are you expecting out of that group?
First of all, you look at the seniors, and you're going to bring back, Jill Klopak. He came back last year. She was 2-year starter already at setter spot. So you're bringing her back, and then you get and we can get some depth there. We've had Kinsey Schmeezing do some setting too, and she's a junior. But so you got her coming back as a senior. Then we got Taylor Morgan coming back, who's played left side, started left side for us last year on the outside, and actually played quite a bit as a sophomore out on the right side. So that's a lot of experience from them 2 spots. And then you throw in Brianne Gritz, who played quite a bit on the varsity towards the end of last year. She's 6 foot tall, and she can put the ball away, and certainly that height part is awesome. And then I would say the other thing is I touched on Kinsey Schmeezing too. She plays libero for us too, and does back Jill up at the setting spot. But same thing too. She was a starter last year. She played a lot. So, and then last and not least is Michaela Olson. So we're bringing back. You look at around. We're bringing Michaela back, 2-year starter, played since she was a sophomore. Jill and Taylor. Brianne Gritz, we're bringing back a lot of experience, and again, Kinsey Schmeezing. There's 5 girls that did a lot of playing last year, so I expect big things from them, and then and actually I would even say this, and another girl that played quite a bit last year as a junior was Kelsey Peschel. Kelsey Peschel played a lot of back row, maybe more so last year for us, but she still played quite a bit last year at the left side spot. So there's a lot there, Mark, and we got to stay away from getting hurt, and then like I said, then we got some depth from our sophomore and junior class. There's some more depth there. So.
And this is not news as you look at the teams that you're going to play, from Rocori to Morris in the conference to Melrose, Albany, right on down the road. It's going to be a competitive year again, right? But Sauk Centre should be right there.
Yeah. I think you're right, absolutely right on that, Mark. You look at, we're going to go in this early bird tournament, and that's a week from this Friday. And you got Rocori, you got Maple Lake, you got New London Spicer, you got Albany. Tournament. I mean, our pool alone is Bram, New London Spicer, and Maple Lake. That's our pool. So then you get out there in Osakis, and the other pools are Osakis, Rocori, Watertown, and Albany. So that's a good. There's only 8 teams, and not a big tournament, but some high quality teams. So that should be a fun tournament to start out. But you're right, Mark. You look at Morris. They went to the state tournament last year. They graduated maybe one girl that played in them 9 spots last year. They're bringing just about everybody back. Melrose is always really good. You look at that for the conference. Them 2 teams, I think, are 2 of the perennial power teams in the conference that we're going to compete. And then you start looking at the subsection. Then you throw Albany in there, and Melrose and Osakis in our half, and then the other half is Cathedral and Rockory and Maple Lake and Annandale. So it's the section. But you're right. This is nothing new to us. We've been in here. We've been here before. We're used to tough. We're used to tough competition. So, but it'll be really exciting next Friday to get going and get started.